Hello trade pros and welcome back to our channel. My name is Mark and in this video I'm going to speak on how to catch the next big move in the markets. Now before I dive into this topic, if this is your first time on our channel, welcome. If you guys are returning viewers, welcome back. If you guys have not had the chance to yet, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and to check off that notification bell to get notified anytime we drop any new videos or anytime we go live. In addition to that, if you guys are enjoying what you're getting from these videos, please make sure to smash that like button. That really helps us out as a channel and really helps us with the YouTube algorithm. So thank you for that. I'm going to take the next few moments to let you guys subscribe and like this video, and we'll see you in the next slide. All right, Trade Pro. So here we are on the TradingView platform, and the chart you will see in front of you is the DAX index, also known as the Germany 30 index. The time frame on this chart is the weekly time frame. Each one of these bars represents a full week of trading. And so if you look at this last week's price action, you will see that we sold off around 4.3%, which is quite a significant move off of the highs. And so you might be looking back at this price action and wondering, oh man, that was a pretty big move. How could I have been a part of it? Well, that's exactly what we're going to discuss in today's video. So pay attention here. First thing you'll want to do is you will want to be on the weekly time frame. The reason I like the weekly time frame is because this is a large macro time frame, and if you're identifying key swing highs and key swing lows, this is going to be levels where not only day traders are focusing on, but you'll also have swing traders, position traders, and you'll even have investors looking at these levels. So as price trades into them, there is likely to be a strong reaction from those levels. So the first thing that I like to do is I like to jump onto the weekly time frame and identify some key weekly swing highs and some key weekly swing lows. In this example, the key swing high was the all-time high, the previous all-time high posted in late January 2018, and that was at 13,601. So we're just going to round it down to the round number here, 13,600. And you can see if we fast forward almost 2 years later, on the week of January 2020, we had a test of that resistance level here, and you guys can see we had a weekly close back below it in the form of a doji. All right, so if I were to use this replay feature here and to just eliminate that prior week's worth of price action, this is how you guys can start identifying where the market may have some potentially big moves. Anytime we've approached a previous weekly swing high or a swing low, we trade above that level, as you can see in this example, and then close back below it on the weekly basis. That suggests that we have some potentially stuck longs near the top and that we might need to roll back before we can continue higher. Now, the fact that it closed below this resistance does not mean it's simply going to roll back down into these 13,000s. However, it suggests that the higher probability next move is going to be to the downside. And the fact that this was on a weekly basis, it should unfold quite aggressively on the lower time frames, being your daily and your 4-hour time frame. So let's do that. Let's drop down to the daily time frame. And so let's quickly summarize the first steps here. Step number 1, you got to jump onto the weekly time frame. Step number 2 is you've got to identify a key weekly swing high or a swing low. And step number 3 is you've got to wait for the market to trade into that level, for the market to reject that level, and in the case where we're looking for potential shorts, you've got to see it trade above that resistance and close back below that previous high. If we're looking for potential longs off of support, you want to see the market trade below that support level and close back up above it. All right, let's jump down to the daily time frame. So this is what the daily time frame looked like, and quite similar to the weekly time frame here, what you'll notice is that the market traded up into that zone right over here. We pulled off of it and then rotated right back up for another wick to the top of that candle, another upwards doji candle, if you will, a pin bar. All right, and that simply suggests that there is some selling pressure coming into the market. These two candles right here suggest that we have got some downside coming into the market. Now, just because you've got that level and you've got the weekly rejection doesn't simply mean you can set a limit and hope for the best. That could be a strategy if you manage the risk, but if you're looking to qualify this one step further, you're going to need to see an actual breakdown. You're going to need to see a press away from that zone. And if I fast forward this one more day, you see that the next session, the market sells back off below that 13,400 level. And at this point, what you're looking for to get on board a potential flush down to these lows is a rotation or a retracement back up into that previously held support to test as new resistance. If you can get a nice rotation back up here on the 4-hour time frame, then you can look to jump on board for a nice move back towards the lower end of that range. So let's see how that unfolds on the 4-hour time frame. All right, Trade Pro, so here's the 4-hour time frame. Once you see that strong impulse move on the daily candle, moving outside of the top of the range is exactly what we saw here. You then look for prior support to be retested as resistance. If we can see that, which is what we saw in this case, we saw a nice rotation higher. The market started to consolidate near that prior support, which held as resistance. And once you see that, you can look to set a sell stop with a buy stop order back above that resistance for a move back down towards the end of that range. And that, guys, is how you can start to identify large moves in the market and how to jump on board is to wait for that weekly swing high or swing low to be tested and to fail. Then on the daily chart, you'll want to see a strong impulse move out of that resistance or support. And then on the intraday time frames, you'll simply want to see prior support retested as resistance for the continuation move down, or you'll want to see prior resistance retested as support for a continuation move higher. So that's all that we got for today's video. I hope you guys have enjoyed this one. If you have, please let us know in the comments, or let us know in the comments of what you guys want to see come next, where you guys are struggling at the moment, and what you guys think can help you going forward. So that's going to be it for today. Thank you guys. Good luck and good trading. Ciao.